in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. I said bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that we passed. Came along.
You know I'm still on my UK shit right now, bro. Still on my UK shit right now, dog.
Roll with me. On a serious note, you don't know. E5th Riders.
Ooh, bro.
Myself, Gatsby.
Who is this?
Number one. Let you know how it is in the hood.
My boy from the UK, man.
My world is light. My life is light.
Met this cat back in like 06, 07.
World is my
This song is
chessboard,
from there.
and the pen is my sword. Yes, Lord, I'm in situations I can't afford. I see my enemy driving in the Honda Accord, and he shows he wants my body to absorb. But if I have it my way, he gonna end up in the morgue. Don Peter with 9 million, they real dogs. I'm C-double-G,
That
they
be
know
hard.
I'm a hug. And when ends go with me, I'm always ready to rock. I'm only friends with the weak, cause I give him a
Yeah,
job.
this one of the songs that I've heard in my career that I wish I made.
I make them soldiers. Madness is my job. Coco will tell you not to fuck with us. We either fuck on you or you fuck with us. When you come to Clarence, it's like roaches are us. Back up beef anytime, yo, that's a must. Outside of this evil, they clear out, don't trust. You will see how hard life can be for a G. If you come down to ease, you will see how hard life can be for a G.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I started off the podcast with a little ditty by a new artist, actually not new at all, named Gatsby, Fifth Cat Gatsby from the UK. I ran into this cat, came across him back in like 06, 07. We were both making music under the same name. And this was back in the MySpace days, and like a lot of our listeners are getting confused, going to his shit, coming to my shit, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, he asked some dope shit, I asked some dope shit. We made some plans to make some music, send it overseas, back and forth. That never happened because that motherfucker got locked up. And that's how that story goes. But he got out a little while ago. His music is on all streaming platforms. Dude is nice. He made like 2-3 classic records, and then CID came and got him. My daughter is right here, trying to jump on the pod. Yeah,
Hi.
Say hi. Say hello. Count. No, I said count. You just waving like a goofy.
She like, nah, I ain't without counting.
Yeah.
Want you to say hi all day.
Yeah, she want to take a nap because she woke up at like 6 in the morning. So.
But that's what kids do, man.
Yeah, man.
Just
Okay, go
wake
back
up whenever the hell they want to.
Go back and watch your program, baby. Yeah, so, I got a lot of company today. I got my daughter, gang. My brother is here. My mom is here. I don't know. My mom and my brother went to go get some coffee and grab a toothbrush, but they've been gone for like an hour and a half, and Safeway is literally right down the street. Like, Safeway is right down the street. They've been gone for like an hour because I had time to give her a bath and finish breakfast with her and set up all this shit and do some other stuff. And okay, go ahead. Go check your
They out sightseeing,
Tabla,
getting
about
breakfast.
To piss me off.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the thing kids do. When they want that attention, you got to give it to them. She like, I don't care that you're doing your pod. I want to be under daddy.
Yeah, nah, she woke up early, so it's like her nap time. She's ready to go. So when my mom get here, she can, attend to her. Sounds like that's her right there. Go say hi. Go say hi to grandma. See? Go say hi. What?
She's like, I come on now. Don't
His
cry.
daughter just ruining my podcast.
Don't cry. She ain't got no. She doing the Megan Stein with no tears.
Definitely is. Definitely is. But yo, all that background noise, don't worry, man. It's just the family coming through. So how was your weekend, bro? I get into mine. How was your weekend?
Yeah, my weekend was. Yo, listen. All right, so what was it? Either Tuesday or Wednesday. Me and my wife went to go buy it. We had to get a brand new dryer. So we go to the Lowe's. We went to Lowe's to get a dryer because she seen it online. Now the one she seen online, she didn't see on the floor, like on the display floor. So we're sitting there looking at the ones they got on the floor, waiting for a guy to help us, pick out the one that she seen. So they have one on the floor that's similar to the one she's seen online, but it's cheaper. So the guy could the guy was taking so long helping somebody else. I went to go look at lawnmowers because I had to get a lawnmower too. So I go look at lawnmowers. While I go do that, he comes. She asks him about that one. It's discontinued. But she's like, okay, well, I seen this one online. Do you have it? He looks it up on the computer. He's like, yeah, we got one in the back. Let me just go double check. Goes back there. When I come back, she tells me like, oh, we can't get that one because it's discontinued. And I'm like, okay, then I'm thinking to myself, why can't we buy that one then?
Yeah.
Like if you have it on the floor, why can't I buy that one?
Which is a real thing. You can buy that.
Okay, so that's what I thought. When the dude comes back, I'm like, yeah, my wife told me that the one y'all have over here is discontinued. Why can't I buy that one? He says, oh, we don't sell floor models. Nigga, then why the fuck is it here? If you can't sell it and it's discontinued, why is it here? That makes no sense.
That's because somebody ain't doing their job.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, so the one my wife think, do y'all have that one? He was like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So he's like, excuse me. He's like, yeah, do y'all want me to set it up? I'm like, yeah, I thought y'all do that. He's like, yeah, but you got to buy this stuff with it. So they sell you the dryer, but you have to buy the power cord separately.
Yo.
But people, everything you need to use the dryer, they sell separately. The power cord, the little piece, the little silver pipe thing that goes from the dryer to the wall, and those little clamps, those little clamps that hold it. You have to buy all those separately. So I'm like, hold on, y'all gonna sell a dryer that I can't use? Y'all can't hook it up because I'm not gonna buy the other shit. I'm like, so can they just, like, I already got a dryer. I got a dryer and I got all that shit already. I'm like, so they can y'all just, hook that up with, he's like, oh, we're not gonna hook it up with the old material. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just give me the dryer. I'll do this shit my damn self. So then I'm like, my wife was like, oh, can y'all, we wanted to deliver. So the guy was like, all right, cool. What about, I think he said Friday, but Friday, 12 o'clock. Me and my wife, both got to work. We're not gonna be home. So he was like, okay, Sunday. My wife was like, all right, cool. This nigga said the delivery time would be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's the new cable guy right there.
This nigga said 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm like, hold the fuck off. I'm like, so first of all, y'all got a dryer on the floor that I can't buy. Y'all gonna sell me a dryer without a power cord, which I fucking need. And then y'all gonna give me this big ass gap for the fucking delivery time. Like, what? Like, have you ever been so pissed off all you could do was laugh? That's how I was in that store.
Yeah, all the time at work. Well, in the Navy. So
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. That's we ended up getting it. The guy's supposed to come today. They called yesterday and narrowed the window down from 11 to 3. So between 11 and 3, I'm getting my new dryer. I don't know when, but that's when I'm getting it. Friday, like I said, I was looking to get a lawnmower. So, I was pretty much being cheap, just riding around, see if I can find one for the cheapest price or whatever. And out here, a lot of people have landscaping companies, and they're like, when they get a new lawnmower, they'll sell their old one. So, getting off work Friday, going home, just so happens, Spanish lady, she outside selling 4 lawnmowers. Pulled over. Hey, how much? She was like, hey, you can get this one for this price. I started it up to make sure it worked. It worked. I was like, yo, keep that. I'll be right back. Ran to the bank because, I don't carry cash. Ran to the bank, got the money, came back, bought it, put it in the back of my trunk, got home, cut the motherfucking grass. Friday night, I'm out this motherfucking 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock at those, yeah, because I got home like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm out here cutting grass. And Saturday, woke up early Saturday morning, had to go get an oil change, did all that, came back home. Me and my wife went to Home Depot yet again. Bought
Home Depot on Decky.
Yeah, I've been in there. That's my new club, yo.
Home Depot is a new club, man. 21 and older.
So yeah, I was in there Saturday. We bought 25 bags of mulch and a brand new shower head. So did all that, and now I'm here. Well, then I went to my brother's house last night for game night. Had fun doing that shit, and we here now.
Yeah, I've seen the videos.
Yeah, we was. Yeah, he.
Yeah, I seen the videos of game night. Y'all was in there getting it in.
Yeah, and I wasn't drinking. And when you're not drinking and everybody else drinking, it's even more funny because you see how drunk motherfuckers be. But yeah, that shit was fun as hell. So, and we here now. Oh, and my new robe came in today. Well, not today, but during the week.
Yeah, man, you got the robe on. You know what I'm saying? Red and black with the hat to match.
To the YouTube viewers, you can see my freshness,
Yeah, looking like looking like the light skinned Biggie from the movie.
Yeah.
And they had his son playing. I'm like, that motherfucker a different complexion. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense.
It was a better movie than the Pac movie though.
They both were trash though.
Yeah, that is true. But that one was better than The Tourist is better than All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, I mean
the dude that played Tupac didn't look like him at all.
So you think the guy that played Tupac in All Eyes on Me didn't look like Tupac?
No, he didn't. No, not to me. No.
Wow, because everybody else says the opposite, man. Everybody, yeah, it was Demetrius Shipp, I think that's his name. He was the actor that played Tupac in All Eyes on Me. I get if you said Snoop Dogg didn't look like Snoop Dogg because that was Lakeith Stanfield, maybe Dr. Dre didn't look like Dre. But nah, Tupac kind of looked like Tupac to me, just to me,
He didn't sound like him at all either.
He did not sound like him.
He didn't have the voice
I
at
agree
all.
with that. He did not sound like
him. The Graf who played Big had the voice a little bit.
I mean, every fat person sounds like Big, so
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it was all a dream. Used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every heavy-set rapper after Big is sounding like Big, so.
Yeah, remember the dude from, well, except Sean. Sean wasn't heavy-set, and he sounded like Big.
Gorilla Black.
Yeah, there we go. That dude.
Yep.
What
Gorilla
happened
Black
to him?
sounded just like him. I don't know. You probably
exactly
saw
like
those.
That's funny. So that was my week. Coast. That was my week and weekend. How about yourself, brother?
Give me 1 second.
He's over there dealing with family issues. It's happening when niggas can't be professional.
Yeah, very professional, dog. Nah, I'm just talking to my mom and daughter over there. Daughter woke up at 6 in the freaking morning today. Actually, she woke up at like 1:50 when we got back in the house last night. And I walk in and she's like walking into the room and my mom's standing in. I'm like, God damn, I thought I was gonna get me a good night's sleep. And
no, not at all.
After coming from a night of drinking, I had to go and put her back to sleep. So. Yeah, but weekend's been cool, man. My mom's in town visiting, so this podcast will more than likely be PG-13. That's why it's
not on my end.
Well, can she hear me? Because she can't hear you.
Oh, she can't hear me.
No.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
I'll make up for it.
Yeah, she's like literally 15 feet from me right now with my daughter, so I can't get too crazy. Still a little. I mean, God dang it. It's a good thing It's a good thing I took an edible, man, because to mellow me out. Now I'm okay. But the weekend's been cool. Mom and down here, brother got down here on Saturday, so just hanging out. Took her out to dinner, and what the heck was that? Took her out to dinner and a speakeasy. My girl came out Friday night, so that was cool. They got to meet, and I think it went really well. They both spoke pretty highly of each other. You know, just she's just falling deeper into my web. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you when they after I guess y'all went to dinner. So like after dinner, like did your girl go like did she go home and she come to your house?
No,
No, I'm saying not like that. I'm just saying like to to further the night along. Like she came to
no,
the
it
house,
was it was
chill
it
for a
was
little
that
bit.
night. We went to like the little went to dinner. Like I'm an old man, so I go to dinner like 4:30, and then like
So ain't
four
nothing wrong
o'clock
with
maybe,
that.
and then went to like a speakeasy like around 6:30, and we were there till about 9:30, and then we had things to do in the morning. I ain't the
Okay.
type of person to bring folks back to my place after 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So that's not me. That's not me. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal.
Okay, so did your girl shoot you the text like, "Oh, I like your mom. She's cool." Blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you why you
yeah,
was?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, and then the next day we went to my aunt Brenda and my Aunt Barbara to go see them up in Frederick, Maryland, and a bunch of other cousins and nephews, nieces, grand cousins. I guess that's a thing. So that was pretty dope. Because a lot of us haven't seen each other since like 2012, maybe 2011, 2012. So that was pretty cool. And they got all the kids got to run around and act all crazy. My daughter's running around with the other kids. So that was great, man. That was great. And then my girl came out again last night when my brother went to get a drink. 'Cause we got back, it was like I guess 8 o'clock, and I'm like, yo, let's go get a drink. You know, After people take a shower and freshen up things like that. 'Cause we have been like outside
Nah.
running around doing stuff, and yeah, we went to this one spot, and it was just extremely loud for no reason. And I lasted about 10 minutes in there, and then went to this other spot called Silver Strings, and I thought they were gonna be in there like playing guitar or something like that or piano, but they had a guy in there who had a keyboard on top of a piano, who was like playing a mashup of all the '80s hits with no
Mm,
background music, no with no vocals at all, just playing a keyboard. So it didn't even sound, it's not even like a guy playing a piano, you know, playing a
yeah.
keyboard. Yeah, and like the vibe in there was just mad old. The waiter was like 90 years old, coming over looking like Dick Clark. You know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, you guys want a drink? And I was so, because I've been drinking that day, and I did a edible, and I was just like, it was started hitting at that point. And it's like every
Mm,
time I drank cause I could only drink wine at that point. So every time I took a sip of wine, like my body just like pulsated and got warm. So I'm like, yo, I don't need anything but just this water and wine, like Jesus, And I'm sitting there just sipping water, sipping wine, and like my body would just go. But it was good though, It wasn't like,
mm,
it was cool. It was super mellow, super mellow. And then that music they were playing when the guy wasn't jamming on the keyboard was a good mixture of 70s, 80s music, 70s, 80s, like rock, pop, that kind of thing. So my kind of vibe for
okay.
an old man. And then she got my brother, so it was cool, And they, she's a very good talker, um, and yeah, that was it. And then my mom, and my brother went out, got some breakfast. Didn't bring me anything back.
Oh, of course not.
No, they didn't bring me. However, they did ask me did I want something, and I said no, but I didn't know they were going to get breakfast.
See, and that's the thing. They
They
ask you
said
if
they
you
were going
want
to get a
something.
toothbrush. They said they were going to get a freaking toothbrush and a box of coffee. And they came back here with freaking. And we were supposed to go to brunch later at like 2 o'clock. And they come back here with food. So now it's like I'm just going to throw a fit,
Watch
throw a
them,
tantrum at brunch.
watch them eat.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do the pod, and then I'm just gonna eat at brunch. But because I got something for them. Guess who's not driving? You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? As you get older, that I'm not driving. That shit
Hmm.
works so good. Like
So yeah,
motherfucker,
we got a
folks
special
hate
guest in
that
the
shit.
building, and I was waiting for you to come on. I knew you were gonna come on. I wanted to let you see what I was drinking. Just straight water trash right here.
At Cisco and
This stuff
virgin
is
Cisco.
straight garbage. This is the Ciroc Vodka
I'm about to say,
Spritz
when did
Sunset
Ciroc come in the
Citrus.
can?
It
It's
needs
so
to never come in a can. It's terrible,
yeah,
and I'm only drinking it because I paid for it. You
yeah,
know,
that low sugar.
Yeah, I've been there before.
it's no Mike's Hard Lemonade. Let me tell you.
You gotta get those Arnold Palmers. They got these Arnold Palmers that come in a can. And it's
Hey,
got
I'm gonna need you to do me one favor. I need you to turn your mic up, if you can.
Beep, beep. Arnold Palmer alert. Who wants some Arnie Palmies? Yeah, that movie was funny as
Hear me
hell.
now?
That was the other guys, dog.
Yeah.
What's up?
Now, is that better?
No, that's actually kind of worse.
No, it's,
So this what happened, man. You try to come in and be on the pod, do us a favor, join in the conversation. But you happen to be on the road working, making millions and millions and millions of dollars, man. So that's what happens.
Office in Neptune.
Oh,
I
yeah, you gotta do something about that mic, brother.
Hey man, I gotta ask you, Julio, man, when y'all gonna respond to Pusha T, man?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Pusha T, diss
Oh,
McDonald's.
come on, bro. You supposed to know this.
Y'all too big to respond? That's what it is?
What did he say?
He made a whole diss song about McDonald's.
He got an Arby's. He doing Arby's commercial dissing McDonald's.
Are you serious? You've never heard this?
Y'all took the slogan from him, and y'all ain't paying him enough for the slogan.
Yeah, because Pusha T made the "I'm Loving It" theme song. You've never heard this song?
No, I never.
Oh, I'm gonna play it for you live. This is straight smoke right here. Straight smoke. Now
Yeah, but y'all gotta get Drake to come back at him, bro.
This is his new Pusha T.
I hope you ready for the torture.
That's not Pusha T. Somebody made a response and they put Pusha T shit over it. This is the Pusha T diss.
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet your fishes. Then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's.
Ooh, and he said your name. And he said your name.
Might need a guest list. Eggs and steaks left. The sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. This argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that filet o fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's Vegas. Look, I could sell water to a whale. How could you ever think I'd fail? Yeah, the crispy fish sandwich blazing trails. The mother clown's just too frail. Yeah, if you know me and you know me well, our fish is gonna tip that scale.
This is a paid advertisement.
Yo.
You gotta do something, Hoop, man.
If we're gonna talk about the greatest diss songs in the history of hip hop, you got the "B and You" by Common, "No Vaseline" by Ice Cube. You got "Ether" by Nas, "Takeover" by Jay-Z.
That's not one of them that you just heard.
And then you have you got Drake back to back, and then you got Pusha T dissing McDonald's, bro.
I don't know
He
about
said-
y'all. All I'm gonna say is I like my fish fillet with extra tartar, lettuce. That's it. That's my only comment.
Come on,
Listen.
y'all, man. Y'all gotta clap back, man.
He
You
said
gotta
that square
talk
piece of
somebody.
fish is basic.
And he said y'all name.
He said y'all name on the track, man. How do you respond? So what like who y'all got? Y'all got Travis Scott? I mean, y'all got Travis Scott signed. Y'all got Saweetie. Y'all gonna have a Bad Bunny.
Comment I heard. They don't tell us everything. I work in the restaurant, so.
Come on, man.
To the
You in the streets, bro. You in these McDonald's, you in these fast food streets. So if there's beef, if there's burger beef,
You gotta cover that, man.
exactly. If there's burger
'Cause
beef,
you're-
you gotta
you're
cover
the
that.
one- you're-
You gotta cover that in mac sauce.
Again, all I'm
Yo,
saying
man.
is I take my fish fillet with extra tartar, lettuce, tomato, and pickle. That is my
Come on.
comeback.
Yo,
on,
listen,
man.
And I would encourage everyone to get it that way.
Pusha T won, bro. That's apparently that's what that means, man. Pusha T won. But yeah, bro.
Arby's
That
gives you diarrhea. Arby's gives you diarrhea.
I don't eat Arby's. Arby's is for racists. That's me. But like who the hell's eating roast beef? Like that's gross. That's nasty.
Yo,
Like you go into a
roast
store.
beef is nasty.
You go into a restaurant. You go into a fast food restaurant. You drive up. Or matter of fact, no, you park You drive 15 minutes, you park, you get out your car, you wait in line, you're looking at the menu, you go to the front, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to get a roast beef sandwich.
When we were growing up, did you ever hear anyone go to 4J's and say, I'm going to get a roast beef sandwich?
No,
No.
No.
no,
Never.
no, not at all. And yeah, I think it's utterly disgusting. Arby's is straight trash. You might as well be eating fucking steakums.
Crystals.
You might as well.
Yo,
Crystals
nah,
is better than
Steakums-
Arby's. Crystals
Steakums is
better than
fire,
Arby's.
bro. You're not gonna do steakums like that, bro.
Steakums are
is fire,
trash.
bro.
Steakums are trash. And that's
Nah,
all I'm gonna say
bro. I
about
can't
that.
give you that one. I like steakums.
So
I
we've
grew up
already
on
talked
steak.
about my weekend. Who you've been going for a while? How's your weekend been? What's new? What's new with you, brother?
Weekend's been relaxing. Yesterday, my youngest daughter had Friday night she had an upset stomach, and when I got in the house about 1. I went to go play poker Friday night, and when I got there, she had vomited all over herself. So
Nice.
I was in the house with her all day. She had a temperature, but she's doing better. But things are good. You know, family's good. You know, this week my wife is having surgery. You know, we kind of shared on Facebook. She had been battling breast cancer, stage 1, since November, but everything's good. Everything's in good shape in terms of her recovery. She's going through all the chemo. Now is the second phase, and you know, things are good. Things are good.
That's good, man.
That's
You know,
what's up.
we're
That's what's
praying
up.
for you, man. You know, we'll be praying for you and your family. That's some real stuff right there, man. So
That vomiting, that was real.
you said what?
The vomiting was real.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like-
yeah,
It was
Yeah, I
like,
bet.
it wasn't your normal vomit. It was
yeah.
like
Chemo is no joke.
a pow. So, but
Nah, kids vomit something different, yo. Like kids vomit be on another level.
but what's even funnier, and Torian, you're gonna get to experience this. You know, when your daughter like is really talking. This is my 3-year-old. Sage says, "Daddy, something came out of my mouth." She's like, "Something came out of my mouth," and I said, "Well, where is it?" She's like, "It's all on my bed," and I said,
Yo, yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
bug out when that happens.
"Oh,
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So other than that, man, like the chicken select's coming back.
shut up."
I'm just saying that's
No,
like
no,
one of the most
yeah,
fire things ever.
That is a valid question.
That's literally gonna get asked every time you're on
To
here.
be honest with you guys, those are things that we would like to come back, but it's like a slow thing. Like we're trying to add non-complexity to the menu, you know. And so,
Well, if y'all take that goddamn, y'all can take the chicken nuggets out and put the fucking selection in.
have you tried the spicy nuggets?
No,
You gotta
No.
try them. You got to.
no. What's Taco Bell has brought the Mexican pizza back. What is your response?
That's garbage. That's garbage. I will say those nacho fries they have.
Those are good as hell.
Those are good.
Those are
Yeah.
good as hell.
Those are good. I'm not gonna see. I do eat the competitor.
Yeah.
Certain things from each competitor that I like. That's the only thing I like. I used to really like their tacos when we were there as kids.
Yeah.
It's all trash. It's trash. But the fries are good, and their Slurpees are good. Those little ice cream.
Yeah, the beef wasn't real beef. The beef wasn't real beef. So listen, man, let's get right to the shit, bro. NBA playoffs are going on. I have a question for you, gentlemen. Who's been the biggest flop in the NBA? Has it been the Lakers, the Nets, or the Clippers?
I'm going to say the Lakers. It's the Lakers, the Nets, then the Clippers.
So you feel the
In that
Lakers,
order.
Nets, and the Clippers. Okay, why?
The Lakers because in true LeBron fashion, every time he does not win a ring, they go out and build this team to help him get a ring. They went out and they had a fucking all-star team and didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't even make it. So how does that happen?
Well, everyone was injured.
Oh, listen, you got LeBron, AD, Russell Westbrook.
Russell
Dwight
Westbrook is
Howard.
playing for the other team. What are you talking about?
Who else did they picked up? They got somebody. They had an all-star squad, but they just didn't have no bench and no other shit. So I don't understand why they did all that and then they didn't make it. Then the Nets, you have two of the best players in the game right now on the same team and y'all get swept. You don't even win a game. Like y'all get swept in the play. Like first of all, y'all barely make it in the playoffs, and then y'all get swept. I understand why, because they were playing individual ball, whereas Boston was playing team ball, and the Nets ain't got a coach.
Yeah.
Steve Nash has got floor seat tickets for the season. That's all he got. Um, and then with the Clippers, you would expect between Paul George and Kawhi to actually make some noise, but if you want to use the whole injury thing, Kawhi ain't played all season. It seemed like, and Paul George ain't playoff P. So, but to me, the biggest upset or flop was just hands down the Lakers.
Okay. Julio, how about you, buddy?
I'm gonna go kind of where Jamal is, but I'm gonna say it's a tie. Actually, the Lakers and the Nets, representing the East and the West as the flops of
Okay,
the.
but before you go in, is there any way to get you to go closer to the microphone?
Can you hear me?
That's way
Yeah,
better.
that's better.
All right, I just moved my monitor way up on my face. So I would say that it's the Lakers and the Nets, and I think this is an example of where time is starting to pass some of the superstars that are on both of the team by, and that their age is starting to show in the playoffs. And I think that's why I think that's why LeBron's always done that whole let me sit and rest because he needs to, rejuvenate. And I think some of the older players are going to continue to do that. And I think you see the same thing on the Nets. I think Jamal has a good point in terms of that it was individual ball and not a team ball. And I think that there's going to come a point where this whole dynasty of putting these super teams together, I think it's starting to get played out a little bit. And
I agree with that.
I think that teams are starting to show that can be beaten, particularly because these super teams that they're putting together are comprised of a bunch of older players that really don't know how to play team ball. So I think if I had to give the award, I'd actually give a tie to the Lakers and to the Nets. That's just my opinion.
And see, my thing is, a lot of people don't realize with Golden State, even I can even say Phoenix, if they had a good year. Like all the teams that are doing good, they build their team through the draft.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't go out, okay, we're going to get this star from this team and a star from this team and put them together, because you can't have a star that was playing individual ball here to a star playing individual ball here, get them together and think they're going to play team ball. No, that's not going to happen, especially if you don't have the right coach. And yeah, all that super team stuff is now, it's like it's out the window, because all the teams the super teams that are losing, they're losing to better teams that play team ball.
Yeah, I mean, look at Milwaukee when they won, last year. You're looking at it was a team that was comprised through draft picks and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like one of those things. Even that team that won in Toronto that year, again, it was comprised of a draft, and I think that's the longevity. And to your point, Golden State was that, and what the answer to that was, we're going to go get a bunch of star players to put to comprise this bigger team to play against them. Yeah, Durant did go over there, but I believe that Golden State would have still won a championship.
Agreed.
Had Durant.
Oh yeah, they didn't need Durant.
Yeah,
Durant needed them.
Durant needed them. So that's just my thought.
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to be a little different because I believe that the biggest flops would be the Nets, number one, the Clippers, number two, and bringing up the rear is the New York Knickerbockers. The biggest flop. I don't even put the Lakers in there because everyone was injured. Like, everyone was injured. Everyone was injured. And that's the thing. It's like if guys would have been healthy, or would have been like bad decisions, or whatever the case may be, something else. But everyone was injured, so I can't even okay, LeBron missed the playoffs for the first time in God knows how many years, or the second time in God knows how many years. So it's like, okay, I get it. I didn't expect much from this Lakers team anyway. From the moment they signed Russell Westbrook, that's when I know. That's when I knew it was destined to fail. Because he's going to get traded for a draft pick. That's all that's going to happen. But what it is that the Nets, right? You got two guys who thought that they were Batman, and they found out that they were nothing more than Scottie Pippen. You're not Jordan. You know, like when Pippen thought he was Batman and he went to Houston and he went to Portland, guess what happened? Nothing. He could not achieve the greatness that he achieved with the superior player there that was Michael Jordan and the team built around him. And so now when you got Kevin Durant who wins an NBA championship due to Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala, right? He gets the ring because of them. He thinks that he's the man. He can go to the Nets, form this super team with Kyrie, who only has the ring because of LeBron, right? LeBron came back to Cleveland, gets this man a ring. He goes to Boston, messes that team up, you know, and then goes to the Nets,
sure did.
and then plays half a season. And it's just poetic that he got put out by Boston, which was the team that he refused to play for, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm happy about that. But they also had James Harden, and they got rid of James Harden like he was the problem. And then on top of that, we talk about all-star teams. The Nets had LaMarcus Aldridge.
They got a squad.
Blake Griffin. You got Steve Nash coaching. Like the Nets have
They had DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond.
They have a legit super team, like a legit all-star team with like 7 all-stars, and they were healthy. That's the difference. You had Kyrie just choosing not to play because he didn't want the vaccine. You had KD who was trying to carry the load but couldn't do it during the playoffs. They got rid of James Harden. He's in Philly right now, and he's going to have to carry that team because Joel Embiid is hurt. Yeah,
they're out.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. So that's why the Nets coming first for me, because they spent all that money getting all these players, these all-stars, who really weren't past their prime. The Lakers got guys past their prime. Carmelo, come on now. And so that's my
That's
thing,
who
right?
it was. I couldn't think of it. That's who it was, Carmelo.
If you need some Bluetooth headphones, I got some over here as well. Talking to my brother right now. But that's the thing. So coming in second, Clippers. Reason is because Kawhi Leonard ruined the NBA. All right? Because when he held out and tried to be like LeBron and did his decision, left Toronto, championship winning team, who still made the playoffs without him, and went to the Clippers, he got Paul George, right? Stole him from LeBron, and then they were supposed to tear the NBA up with their team. And guess what they've done for the past, it's been 3 years now?
I think so.
It's been 3 years. It was after the bubble. Or it was before the bubble? Before the bubble.
No, it was before the bubble.
Before the bubble. So the 2019 season.
After he left Toronto, he went.
Yeah,
he
the
went
2019
to,
season. You know, because LeBron got that bubble ring. So the 2019 season. So for the past 3 years, I was about to say Kendrick Lamar, Kawhi Leonard, they haven't produced anything. They haven't gone to the finals. They haven't gone to the finals.
Did they make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, and playoff P fizzled during the playoffs, you know. And so that's the thing. It's like, so Kawhi hasn't played a full year. Paul George hasn't played a full year. So you got all these guys. You got Uncle Dennis making all this stuff happen. And, yeah, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened, you know.
But see, and that's the thing that be killing me is y'all put these teams together.
But wait,
and
I'm not done.
Y'all not doing nothing with it.
Because now we got the Knicks, right? The Knicks who made the playoffs last year. We are the New York Knicks. Go, New York, go, New York, go. And you got Julius Randle, who is the most overpaid, overpriced, overrated player in the NBA.
I'm not going to say he's the most overpaid.
Overpaid and overrated. And he should be playing. He should be paying the NBA money to play in the league. That's how much I don't like Julius Randle, you know. And I don't like that he thinks he's a fashion guy. And I'm tired of seeing him and his kid and his wife. I'm tired of seeing it. I just want to see you play ball, bro. Play basketball.
They started out hot though. I think they started dealing with injuries.
Hey, started out with a spark. Had a spark when you started. Now you're just garbage. And that's why the Knicks are above the Lakers, because they made the playoffs last year. They had all these high hopes. They didn't do anything in free agency to build a team around Randall or anybody else, RJ Barrett. And everybody's like, oh, Zion's going to go there. Every year, some big player is supposed to go to the Knicks. And every year it doesn't happen. You know why? Because it's the Knicks, and James Dolan needs to sell the team because he's a fucking bum. Excuse me, I just cursed. That was the first curse word. We're more than 10 minutes in. We're good. You know, so. And that's why the Knicks are up there. Are you guys aware of what's going on with the other member of the Nets who was traded for James Harden?
I think he don't want to play no more.
The Australian god.
That's what I think it is. He don't want to play no more.
The boyfriend of Kendall Jenner. Or Tinashe, I don't know, one of those little starlets or whatever. But Mans hasn't played. Big Ben Simmons hasn't played the entire year. Gets traded to the Nets in a super situation where he can just go there and just do the same thing he was doing in Philly and not play D like everybody else. And he didn't play the entire playoffs. He sat out because of maybe it was a physical injury, maybe it was a mental health injury. No one knows.
He was saying that it was it's a mental issue that's fucking with his back. So me personally, I took that as when I was in Philly, niggas clown me because I can't shoot. I still can shoot. So mentally, me not knowing how to shoot is fucking with me. So my back hurts. So now I don't have to shoot. I just sit there in my street clothes and get a check. And I don't have to shoot.
Yeah. Ben Simmons was called the softest player in the history of sports, in the history of the world by Stephen A. Smith. And some African Americans came to Ben Simmons' defense because they felt that Stephen A. Smith was overly critical, overly harsh, and was playing into the white man's game of bringing down the black man. Here's my rebuttal to that. Ben Simmons ain't black. He's Australian. I don't care.
But my thing is, anytime when somebody they jump to the mental health issue quick because they know they get sympathy for it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be as hard as you on you because it's a mental health. Nigga, listen, stop being a bitch, get your ass out there and play. We be seeing you
you have to be sensitive to our audience.
Nah, fuck that. You be sitting there in warm-ups and shit, doing all the little drills and shit then. So apparently your back don't fucking hurt. Get your ass out there and play. If not, get that money back.
You know, he's been fined this year for missing sitting out games. I forgot how much it was fined. It was a decent amount of money, but nothing that's going to put a dent in his pocket. But yeah, like, do you guys agree with Stephen A. Smith's assessment of Ben Simmons being the softest player in the history of sports?
He's the softest, most overrated player in the history because he was supposed to be this whole, down in Philly. He was supposed to be this, was going to bring them back, and
he was supposed to be LeBron.
Yeah. And he's just, and I think, Jamal, I agree with you on the mental health thing, but I think the reality of it is, people have to understand when you take that kind of money, there's pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't take the pressure, give the money back. Get the money back. Just say, you know what? This isn't for me. I like being a basic ball player, and I want to go play basic basketball. So I can't live up to this kind of hype. I'll give you this money back. Just give me a basic salary so I can play the game. I can't handle the scrutiny. I can't handle, putting this team on my back. But the problem is, the minute you take that money, that's what the expectation is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't run and say, oh, it's mental health. No, it's you can't handle it. Okay? There's a difference between mental health and you just can't handling what is required of you. If I walked in and I said to Marty, you know what, Marty, I can't do this no more. I need a mental health day. She's going to say to me, I don't think so, buddy. That's not what you signed up for, and I'm saying that in a nice way. So, there's a difference between true mental health, and I do think that that's a thing. And then there's a difference of saying, you know what, I bit off more than I can chew, and I need to get my money. I need to get this money back. And I think that's what's really going on with this young man.
And that's the thing, because I agree with that 100%. I think it was when he first got there, the pressure wasn't really there yet because they were still in the whole rebuilding stage.
Yeah.
But when the team actually, when they see where the team can go, it hit him. And then when people realized that he couldn't shoot, and he was getting flack for that, like you see memes of him not being able to shoot all over. Like I think the funniest one I've seen was he had made 1 3, and that's when Steph had like broke the record or something like that, or was like close to breaking the record. And it was like, Ben Simmons needs 3,000 more, something to make it, to catch Steph Curry. And then under that they had, somebody else had made a 3 for the first time, like it was his rookie year. It was like, this guy's been in the league 1 year, has 1 3. Ben Simmons been in the league 4 years and has 1, and they're even. So it's like, when you start seeing shit like that, they start fucking with you. And then when teams start knowing you can't shoot, it starts fucking with you because now they play defense on you differently. And I think, as Julie was saying, it's not the fact that he has mental health, is that he just couldn't deal with the pressure. And he cracked.
Yeah, man. Pressure busts pipes, man, or it creates diamonds. And in this case, it cracked the cubic zirconia. And that's what Ben Simmons is.
It's going to be funny to see what they do with him next year.
Zirconia. Are you guys watching the NFL draft?
I watched some of it. Yeah.
I watched the let's say like the first 10 picks I watched. I see the Giants got a defensive guy and an offensive guy. We still gonna be trash though, so it don't matter.
Yeah, I really didn't watch anything. I just saw some people wear some suits. I saw some folks do some handshakes. I saw some interracial couples. And then I was like, it's cool. And then, I want to say, was it the 6th round? Asbury Park legend Johnny Taylor, his son, was drafted into the NFL. So that's what I really cared about. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, so congratulations. Congratulations. That's got to be wild, right? Because it's like when you're blessed with that kind of talent, but then things happen and you don't get a shot.
Wasn't Johnny Taylor went by Boo Man, right?
Yeah. And then you have a son who's able to, surpass you in every respect, learn from the mistakes that you didn't, achieve what you couldn't, what you didn't have the discipline for. They say those that can't teach. And I think that's a perfect example, right? Like Tiger Woods' dad couldn't be a golfer, but he taught him how to be the best golfer. Venus and Serena, their daddy, King Richard, a.k.a. Will Smith, he wasn't a tennis player, but he taught his kids the work ethic required and taught his kids how to become the greatest. Michael Jordan's daddy, nobody hears about him making threes, but he's the reason why Mike is Mike, And so I think for this is why I got to give, Johnny Taylor, give Boo Man his flowers, because it's like, hey, man, you didn't you didn't have the opportunity to fulfill, your potential. But you were able to instill those values, that work ethic, and what it takes to get that next level into your son, from high school to the college level to now the NFL. So
yeah, that's what's up.
I definitely.
What team picked him up?
The Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. So I want to give some love, give some shout outs, give some air horns. Where the F are my air horns? Is my air horns playing in your freaking headset?
No.
That's why I couldn't get in.
Oh, that's why. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm like, why couldn't
Let me disconnect from that real quick. All right, yeah, my air horn is connected to a whole nother headset. So some air horns for Johnny Taylor and his son and Cuzina, because they have a wonderful family and they're doing great, and now they got a kid in the NFL, and that's pretty dope for the hometown. So salute to them. But yeah, I only watch the NFL draft to see who's going to be the new Russell Wilson. And what I mean by that is you got your wife there who's like a dub, and she's all excited that you're getting drafted, and then you leave her immediately. That's the one reason why I watch. So.
Or that and to see when when they be sitting at home, and the camera usually is on like the son and the mom, or the son and the dad. And you can see the girlfriend is like trying to get in the picture. The mom be like, "Nah, back up."
Yeah.
That should be funny.
Yeah, I like that. Did you guys watch the WNBA draft?
I didn't even know that was on, honestly.
That happened like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I knew nothing about that.
Yeah, I'm not watching that either, man. If they broadcasted it live, if they live streamed it on the Shade Room, I think it'd get a lot more visitors. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, was it even on TV?
It was on ATV, probably like the Ocho, ESPN 8. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but
Yep.
I don't have any news to report about it because I didn't watch it.
I never even knew they did I don't even know when their draft is. Like I don't be seeing commercials for it or nothing.
Neither do the players. Can I ask a question about the black people? Why are black people upset that Brittany Griner is still in jail?
Damn, I didn't know she was still locked up. She tried to bring some weed back or some from overseas.
She bought hash, which is worse than weed. Hash is worse than weed. Hash is still federally, it's still illegal, right, in America. but hash is illegal everywhere in every country for the most part. And she tried to bring some into Russia. She tried to bring hash cartridges into Russia into her vape pen, and she got busted. I don't have any sympathy for Brittany Griner because she beat her pregnant girlfriend or pregnant fiance, who was a fellow NBA player, a fellow WNBA player. So I don't have any sympathy for her. But it's like don't you should know the country's laws before you go in there. Why would you try to
Yeah,
bring
pretty
drugs
much.
into Russia of all places? Russia.
So now is she in jail in Russia or in
She's in
the
jail in
state?
Russia,
Oh
being
shit.
held prisoner, and people are like they're upset that Biden isn't working on getting her out. Or when they recently did a prisoner exchange, and they got out a former Marine, and they didn't get out Brittany Griner. I'm like, well, that Marine sacrificed his life for this country. Brittany Griner beat up her fiance who was pregnant and is a horrible dunker. Like, why would just keep her in jail? That would teach the WNBA players a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So,
I would say I agree, keep her in jail, but if you want to be an uproar about something, at least try to get her over here to be in jail over here and not over there. But other than that, I can care less. You fucked up, sit your ass down.
We're loyalty to a fault. You know, all we hear is black person in prison, Russian war going on. They don't read the facts. They don't do the deep dive. And we look at the top headline. That's what this world is now. It's all about what you can see in a tweet. And what is it, 140 characters or
156 characters, I want to say
characters?
for
So
now,
yeah,
because Elon just brought it.
that's how everyone reads. So if they see, black WNBA star in prison in Russia, everyone's like, "Oh my god!" But they don't know the facts. They don't know the details. And I think that's why they care, Torian, at the end of the day, because they don't deep dive like Professor Clouseau here and get all the information. You know,
But the thing about it is, okay, is Brittany Griner? She's in jail. How many people actually care about Brittany Griner?
I don't.
Like if she wasn't in jail, would you care? Like would you like does anybody actually like looking up to check on her healthy, like to see if she's okay? You just know she in jail in Russia. So that's the uproar. If she wasn't in jail, would you care?
I wouldn't, but I have my reasons.
Well, it's like who said it's just they see black person in jail in Russia and we got to do something.
yeah.
Because the other question is, the black delegation is up in arms that Elon Musk has purchased Twitter in a hostile takeover, and Black America is upset. Like they invented Twitter, but Black Twitter thinks that they made Twitter profitable, and Black Twitter doesn't understand how many people actually use Twitter and how many Black people are actually on there. So, people are up in arms. They're like, well, Elon Musk spent $44 billion on Twitter, and there was an unsubstantiated report that said it only takes $6 billion to end world hunger. Well, how come he didn't do that? How come he didn't spend his money on ending world hunger? I'll save my response to the end. Jamal, your thoughts on Elon Musk buying Twitter? Do you care as a black person? And should Elon Musk have spent that money on ending world hunger or buying Twitter?
Um, I don't care because I don't have Twitter. I don't use Twitter, so I don't give a fuck.
You were on Twitter
It's
at one point.
yeah. Like matter of fact, I have a Twitter account that I don't even use. I just made it. I just made one for my barbecue business, so nobody else can use their name.
So that's
That's
why
the
you
only
don't.
reason why I
That's why
made
you
it.
don't respond to my DMs.
Probably if you send to me on, I don't even have Twitter on my phone. Like I made it on the old phone. I don't even have that phone no more. I don't know my password, none of that shit. And like I said, I don't care about it. I just made the name so nobody else can use it. Um, as far as people up mad saying he should have used 6 billion to end world hunger, I guarantee the ones that said that don't go out and feed the homeless. So so from right from there, shut the fuck up. It's his money. He can do what the fuck he want. That's the thing when you have that much money, you can do what the fuck you want with it. He wanted to buy Twitter. That's what the fuck he did. Simple. Um, it's funny that it's going to be funny to see what he does with it because I guess he's saying his reason for buying it was to make it more like freedom of speech type thing, where he was saying like a lot of people were getting flagged for trying to do stuff and they were shutting down a lot of accounts for whatever reason. So it's going to be funny to see how he takes it. A lot of people are saying that it was like that because the guy in Russia, Putin, if he wanted to get on Twitter, he couldn't. They was trying to block him from saying some wild shit or whatever. They stopped Kanye from saying some wild shit. They stopped Trump from saying some wild shit. And they're saying with him buying it and him able to do that, people just might freely just end up saying some wild shit. So it's gonna be interesting to see the effects of him buying it. But other than that, like I said, I don't use Twitter, so I don't give a fuck.
Julio.
So I got a couple thoughts on this. The world hunger comment. I mean, the reason why billionaires don't give their money to governments to fix these problem solutions is because they're going to blow the money on dumb shit. That's the reality of the situation. Governments don't know how to really spend the money that we have. That's number one. Number two, we should as a society should care who is running some of these larger platforms. What we've seen with Facebook and Twitter in particular, those two, is that if they go unchecked, then you get Donald Trump. And what we could have seen, the Capitol riots on the 6th could have been a lot worse. That's the truth of the matter. And I think that a lot of things were perpetuated by Mark Zuckerberg and his team, particularly on Facebook and Twitter as well. I forget the guy's name that was in charge at the time. Jack Dorsey was his name. He was the CEO of Twitter. And I think that there's a part of them like that, like this. It's almost like that. The want to watch the world burn kind of thing. And I think that there's going to have to come a point where either you're a tech company or you're a media company. And I think social media has moved to the side of an actual media company and not just entertainment. When you're putting out false news and false narratives about, the riots or the vaccinations, things of that. It wasn't until Black Twitter and others kind of have spoken up and said, well, wait a minute, we can't have these false narratives out there because the basic person doesn't know how to disseminate what's true and what's not true. That's why, back in the day, I hate sounding like an old person saying that. When we watched Peter Jennings in our house, Channel 7.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got on to speak, it came from a person that you respected and knew that news was real.
Yeah, there was journalistic integrity.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a quick example. Somebody sent me a link to an article that said rich private school beat Asbury Park 36-0 in a baseball game. And the private school is the school that my children attend. And so I sent the letter to the school, about my outrage on how, you know, um, how is this teaching our kids lessons? What's wrong? Where's the mercy rule? Da, 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 da. And the way you read the article, you would have thought that the article was something that was out there. Come to find out, it wasn't telling the full story on what was going on in terms of the mercy rule doesn't kick in until the fifth inning. The coach asked if they could end the game. Asbury Park decided that they wanted to continue to play. Things of that nature. There was a lot around it. But if you only get pieces of it from social media, then you don't really you really don't have everything. So I think that we need to be careful with who's owning these media. They call them tech outlets, but they're actually media outlets. It's the same
Correct.
thing with William Random Hearst, William Rudolph
Randolph.
Randolph Hearst, and I'm going back to Mr. Vivino, 7th grade,
Gang.
and how he taught us that these media conglomerates can become so powerful, and how they can dictate the way the news is spread. And so I think we do have to be careful with who's owning these outlets. That's just my opinion.
So we got another new challenger has in it. We got the Blaze God in the building right now. Blaze God. The question that was asked was, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk buying Twitter? Do the blacks have a reason to be outraged? And do you care about Elon Musk now privately owning Twitter?
Nope. Don't use Twitter. I don't care about them. I mean, what did he purchase it for? Like the reason?
$44 billion.
Like why?
Well, because his whole thing was Twitter was stopping freedom of speech, so he bought it so you could have your freedom of speech.
So a lot of it's going to be like heavily censored now, kind of like how Facebook is.
No, I think it's gonna be more people just saying some wild shit. And I think it's gonna get to the point where if it's not censored how it is now, a lot of people are gonna be getting fucked up when they get seen in person. So
yeah,
like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how it pans out when he does what he's trying to do or whatever.
Because
I thought he was just flexing his muscle a little bit. I didn't know.
Man, listen. This is a hostile takeover, buddy. Because what it is that Twitter, they had to do all the censorship and moderating of the platform because they were a publicly owned company. So when Twitter went public, they now have to answer to shareholders. Those shareholders are people like you and me who buy stock in them. What happened was that they started to, because I've had accounts deleted on Twitter for completely benign comments that I've made about things or people, and yet they let porn just run rampant on Twitter, and all type of racist stuff run rampant on Twitter. But I can't tell somebody to EAD because it's sexual harassment, or bullying. If I say, yo, like your album is trash, it's bullying now. So with that being said, Elon Musk was someone that said, hey, in order to make this an actual free speech platform while still having some kind of regulations, it has to be a privately traded company, or a privately held company. So he had to buy it. And with him buying it means that it can go back to how Twitter used to be in the old days when you could tell somebody to go kill themselves. Because that's how Twitter used to be. Twitter used to be the wildest shit ever. And it was literally the Wild West. And I miss those days. And I hope that Elon restores those days. I'm ready to go back to Westworld. And I can't do that when we got to worry about AOC snitching on people for bullying on the internet.
But see, but that's the thing. If you look at society now, they soft. Motherfuckers can't take criticism. They can't take criticism. Not everybody's gonna like what the fuck you're doing. It's that simple. You can't please everybody. It's fucking impossible.
Well, see, the other thing is that black people are like, they're gonna leave Twitter. They're gonna leave Twitter. You've had who this I want to say she's an actress. She was on The Good Place. She was the Indian woman from The Good Place, and she's been in some other shit. I think she's going to be in She-Hulk, but she's the Indian woman that's going to be in She-Hulk. She's leaving Twitter with a bunch of other celebrities because they feel like it's going to be a return to the old days, which I long for. That's my daughter in the background being extra loud. But and so people are leaving Twitter, and my message to them is no one cares. It was Jamila Jamil. That's the woman that said she made this whole announcement about leaving Twitter. And you've had like other people say they're leaving Twitter. No one cares. Your tweets weren't fire anyway. Leave. Like all you did was complain. And everyone saying that is like some super liberal, progressive person that hasn't really done anything for actual human progress. Celebrities, virtue signaling. And then the other thing is that black people are upset that whose phone is that?
Somebody's phone loud as hell.
It's all good. How is that phone louder than your actual mic? That's what I don't get. Like I hear the phone better than I hear your microphone. But and so it's like, all right, the other thing is blacks are like complaining, and I'm like, yo, just get off. Just get off. Just get off.
8.
Go back to Black Planet. Go back to Black Planet. You know what I'm saying? Just go to Black Planet. That's all you got to do, right? Just go get your own platform. There's 1,000,001 platforms to go on. If you don't like what Elon Musk is doing, leave. Just leave. Just leave. That's it. That's an option. And people don't understand is that you asked to be on Twitter. Twitter didn't email you and say, hey, come join us. Come put your fire tweets up. No. you asked to go on Twitter, and they said yes, you can utilize our platform. You had to sign an end user agreement. You asked permission. That's why they can kick you off and do whatever they want because it's their platform, not yours. So if black people want to complain about how much they've done for Black Twitter and been able to monetize various things on Black Twitter, but they're not going to be able to do that anymore, it's like, yo, then just leave. Start your own actual Black Twitter. Start your own Black social networking platform, and let's see how that works. Let me tell you something. It's not going to work because it's been tried several times, and Black people don't support Black social media platforms. You know, and that's just it. Just normally how it is with any other Black business. Like we'll complain, and then when it's time to step up and make something happen, we won't support our own, and then we'll just keep complaining and blame the mysterious white man for things not going the way that we want. So Black Twitter, if you are upset that Elon Musk has bought Twitter, simply delete your account. That's it. Delete your account.
Simply EAD. How about that?
Yeah, delete your account and go on Reddit. And then you can do that, and then you'll be fine. Other than that, just chill. Just chill. Just chill the French toast out. Chill the fuck out.
Or y'all come together with $45 billion and buy it. How about that one? You can't get upset because what that man did with his money.
That's a lot
to do.
Money, man.
But he earned it.
Yeah.
And just like Julio said, you don't want to get that kind of money to the government to end world hunger because the report that was done that says $6 billion for the end of world hunger, that was only for 1 year. So that's not even sustainable.
No.
It was only for 1 year. And then the WHO, the World Health Organization, the people that made this report, they didn't put any facts or figures or numbers or actual plan and data how to do it because Elon said, hey, man, if you give me like an actual plan, I'll give you that $6 billion. Guess what happened? They didn't do it. So Elon turned around and donated and sold like 8 billion of his Tesla stock in order to donate it to actual charities that affect hunger. And the WHO silent, all the media and the fucking virtue signaling liberals silent, and it's like, yo, he got the money, he's got nothing to do, and he's spending it on all types of shit. And we've seen him donate $8 billion of his own stock for these causes. If you can give him a plan, he'll support it. It's the same guy that got internet and power restored to American Samoa when they had a tsunami. Same person that did the same thing in Haiti and Jamaica and other countries that have these issues where they need somebody to step in. He's one of the first people to step in and give shit away for free, And he's also one of the major players in pushing climate change, So it's like, what do you want? Like, what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do?
That's the thing. If he asked them for a plan and he would help, the reason why they didn't do it because they know if they give him a plan, they have to abide by it. Like all the other stuff he's done, he's seen where his money's went. You know what I'm saying? To whereas if he gives them $6 billion to end world hunger, they're gonna put fucking buildings here that's nobody's gonna be in. This nigga new office gonna have all these shits in his office that don't need to be there. Types. They're gonna, like Julio said, they're gonna waste the money. So I'm not mad at him for that. Like if I come to you and say, give me a plan, and you can't give me a plan, obviously you don't have a fucking plan.
Nah, you just won't fuck off my money. That's not how.
Yeah, you just ain't gonna blow my money. No, if you show me a plan and I got you. You can't show me a plan, shut the fuck up.
So here's a question for you, because Shaquille O'Neal, he had a plan. He has a plan. He has a plan for his daughters to marry men that they can control. He said this on a recent interview on the with Ryan Clark and Jay Crowder. Well, not Jay Crowder, Shannon Crowder. On the Pivot podcast. On the Pivot podcast, Shaquille O'Neal said that he wants his daughters to marry men that they can control. And so
that they can control, that he can control.
That the daughters can control.
Okay.
So marry beta males that they can control, because Shaq paid for their education. They live with Shaq. He takes care of everything. He said his sons have to get out at 18, but his daughters can stay as long as they want until they're married. And he said that he wants his daughters to marry men that they can control. And I think that's a recipe for a disaster, because they will marry men that are not strong, that are weak, and then Shaq will be a father husband because his daughters will still be dependent on
Oh,
him. It's the
hold
same
on.
thing when women influence their sons to marry women that aren't right for them, and they become mother wives. You know, it's weirdo shit, man. Because it's like you're still connected to your kid because you don't have a man or a woman, and Shaq doesn't have a wife because he ruined his marriage, and he can't keep a relationship at this point.
Yeah.
But nothing
People
against Shaq.
trying to
Look,
hold on to
look,
that.
look,
They try to hold on to their children as long as possible, man.
Yeah, and my thing is that if you're teaching your daughters to be strong and independent and self sufficient, why would you have them marry weak men?
my question is, why are people taking advice from motherfuckers that ain't even in it? Like he has failed like what, like one or two marriages, I think.
Maybe
So how are you giving marriage advice when you ain't even fucking
anybody can
married?
give marriage advice.
Yeah, marriage
You,
counselor's not even married.
Yeah,
People,
see, no. See, that's the thing. When me and my wife went to with the marriage counseling, that was a requirement. You have to be married. I'm not taking advice from somebody that's single. What the fuck is wrong with you? No,
nah.
you don't even know what motherfuckers going through. You have
Yeah,
no idea about that life. So as I understand that those your kids, but you are not married. You have failed in marriages. Why would you even tell your kids that?
well, that's the question being asked. Why would you tell your kids that?
What's the reason? You
some
know,
people, celebrities always put their fucking foot in their mouth, man. They say dumb shit. He's gonna probably try to clean it up later on, I think. How? I don't know.
yeah, that's like I said. How you just said, Beach. He gonna end up being in his daughter's life forever.
Yeah, because they're gonna marry weak men that can't, contain them, can't control them, can't support them, can't do anything except be ran over,
And
be fucking
what's gonna
footstools.
happen? What's gonna happen is every time she has a problem, instead of dealing with it in her marriage, she's gonna run to daddy.
Right
Correct.
there, and that's what
Yep.
you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and essentially that's what he said in the podcast. So shout out to Ryan Clark and Channing Crowder on the Pivot podcast.
Now, did
Uh,
they say something to him about it, or they just let him ride because it's Shaq?
No, they asked him. They said that didn't make any sense, but he defended his point. And then everybody say, "Yo, Shaq, that's the dumbest shit I've heard you say in a long time." But Shaq has said a lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So here's a question, man. What are you going to advise your daughter when it comes to a man?
Know
Because
your worth.
are you going to entrust your wife into teaching your daughter how to pick a man, or is that something that you're going to teach your daughter?
I would say I would help in the process because I'm a man. They usually say, your daughter tries to date a guy that's like you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So so her vision of a male figure is me. So I would hope that I'm doing a good enough job to where, she sees what I do, how I handle business, how I take care of the household, that she aspires to date somebody that can do that.
But you're not going to have that conversation.
Oh no, we gonna talk. I'm gonna let her know. Like, listen, when it comes to meeting a guy,
Okay.
like when the dude, even the dude, she look, this nigga ain't about shit. Blah blah blah. I already know. Don't fuck with him. This guy, he seems nice. Give him a chance. Blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I can't make that final decision. I can tell her everything under the sun, but it's ultimately her decision.
So when do you have that
I
conversation with your daughter?
When she started dating,
When does she start dating?
if it's up to me,
It is up to you. It's up to you.
I'll say, I'm dating seriously, like going out on dates type thing. Um, I'll say about 15, 16, but I'm chaperoning.
Yeah,
I'm taking I'm
get you a table in the cut somewhere, man.
I'm taking y'all to the movies. Y'all gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit the top row. If you go out to eat, depending on where you go, I might give you some courtesy and sit in the car and wait.
If you go out to eat and you're not going to this barbecue, that's a dub.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, about 15, 16, she can, start actually going out on dates, but I'm chaperoning. And ain't none of that. Oh no, you can't. Oh, I'll be there. Don't worry. His parents got to be. I'm there, and I want to meet his parents, see how they interact with each other and how they interact with the kids and all that other stuff. And truth be told, how it should be, if the dad is around when they go on the date, he should be there too. Because while y'all sitting there dating, me and him go sit there and chop it up.
Y'all can be on the date. I like that.
But as a man, you need to have that talk with your daughter just to, like I said, the imprint that blueprint in her on, making right choices and stuff like that when it comes to finding a man.
And you got to
But
make.
I ain't worried about that right now. My daughter's too young, so I got time.
You got to make sure her father had the conversation. The guy's father had the conversation.
Yeah.
With,
but that's why I want to meet the parents.
Yeah.
You gonna bring that up?
Because a lot of men, some men don't teach their sons the same thing that they'll tell their daughter.
Correct. So what do you tell your sons when it's time for them to, pick a lady? They come to you like, Daddy, this is girl I like,
Shit, if you can't go raw, dump her.
You can't say that to a 10th grader.
No,
that's what they were saying in high school for us.
Yeah. I'm joking. But just make sure you're not, you know your worth. If this the route you're trying to take with her, you should have your core standards of what you want in a female. If she meets those core standards, cool. If not, then don't waste your time, because that's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to waste your time because you ain't getting that back.
So what would you tell your son? What type of woman to look out to go after?
It depends on what he wants. I would say someone who's motherly.
You're gonna tell him that at 18 and go after a woman that's motherly?
Yeah, well, because my thing is you don't know if y'all getting it in, she might end up pregnant. Hopefully it don't happen, but if she do, you got to make sure that she's able to take care of the child.
How would you know if she's motherly at 18?
Hey, you asked like this. It's funny. Me and my wife had this conversation like yesterday. That's just me. Like it's them core requirements. One of them for me was the motherly instincts in a woman. Like some women have it early because they got nieces, nephews, or they babysit all the time or whatever. Some don't have it. So to me, it's all on what he's looking for at that time, I guess. So if she meets your standards of what you're looking for, then fine. But if she's not meeting your standards, then don't settle.
So what standards? So what standards are you going to tell your son that he should have?
It depends on what he's looking for.
No, it doesn't.
Kids don't know
shit.
Yeah, you got to set that home, man.
I don't know what he like. Things
because you'll tell your daughter you'll tell your daughter what to look for in a man. Right? You'll tell your daughter you need to look for these qualities in a man. And that's what Karim just said, is that we'll tell our daughters different things than we tell our sons when it comes to picking a partner. So we'll tell our daughter to look for specific qualities in a man.
So yeah,
what do we tell our sons? What specific qualities besides motherly, which is kind of hard at 18. So besides motherly, what qualities do we tell our sons to look for in women?
That she knows how to let you be a man. She can handle finances. She ain't lazy as shit. Ain't no hood rat. Shit, what else? Oh, it's a bunch of shit. But like I said, it's all on what he's looking for at the moment. Like if he's just looking for somebody, just to date for a while till he finds, what he's trying to do, then it's going to be different to when he's looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like those two standards, some of those standards aren't going to be there the older he gets.
So what age is cool for your son to start dating?
Same thing, 15, 16, but I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I'm not letting my daughter date at 15, 16. That's not happening.
Well, so what age you think
18.
to actually start going out on a date?
Yep.
Mm, nah, I'm cool with the 15, 16.
Because what
Ain't
else?
gonna be
What
none of that.
else? And I'm gonna run this question to you as well, Kareem, and you could give a little bit of insight in this because you're an educator. Um, what is a kid's primary responsibility or primary like job when they're a kid?
Nothing. Go
Well,
to work or go to school.
education.
Yeah, education and that's where you learn it. You learn your other skills like keeping things clean and maintained and stuff like that. But
And
other than that in education, but nothing.
so if we know how important education is and how it sets up the rest of your life, right? And the other aspect of school is the socialization aspect, right? So the question is like, when have you ever seen having a high school boyfriend or girlfriend not be a detriment to someone in high school?
Mm, never.
Well,
When has it not been drama and some kind of shit that like affects them in a negative way, where now it's like they don't trust men or they don't trust women, or they got pregnant and they can't do this, or they were too focused on their girlfriend boyfriend, so they didn't focus on their school studies and they couldn't do X Y Z A B C. So that's my question: is like, okay, when has it been beneficial to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend in high school?
Now that you said it like that, it's
yeah,
not.
it's not. But at the same time, you've
But
seen
for
girls
popularity
that
purposes, man.
yeah. But you've seen a crew of girls that's been cool since they was in kindergarten and get to high school and they're not friends no more. Now her whole world is fucked up. So
Yeah.
it can go either way. It's
Yeah,
not
it
just
can.
with. So what I'm supposed to. Oh, now you can't have no friends either.
So the question wasn't about, because you're doing what women do when I ask a question to them and they deflect to a different question. The question was, when have you seen it
Oh, it hasn't.
not been
I
a
haven't.
detriment? Okay, so it's always been something that's just been a distraction. So why not just remove the distraction?
Makes sense.
Yeah, but then again, they may sneak in and then do it anyway. You just gotta think, well, look at the shit we was doing, man. You think our parents would have approved of any of that shit?
No, but they didn't know. That's the thing.
They
They
didn't
and that's
know.
a conversation I have with my mom, and she's like, I didn't know half the shit you guys were doing, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
because we wasn't coming to you with that kind of stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like, all right, when I talk to people that have parents that like didn't allow them to date in high school, or that kind of like closely monitored that and was like, okay, you can't date till 17, you can't date till 18, to like we already know like your shit's good and you're gonna go do something with your life. It's like they have turned out more successful in a general sense. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to parents that let the kids date and do all this shit. Um, they have more issues because because you automatically going to have more trauma going into future relationships,
Well,
because all those high school relationships affect your adult relationships, and all that high school trauma affects your adult relationships. So if you just simply eliminate the issue, the distraction, and just tell your kids like, hey, listen, this is why I don't want you to date, because it's a distraction always. And this person you're dating now, you're not going to marry. And it's just going to limit you in doing like, it's like, yo, imagine if motherfuckers didn't get caught up with girls that play sports or that was smart cast. Whatever. Like, how many folks have we seen, male and female, have their lives, their trajectories altered, drastically because of shit that has happened from being romantically involved at 15, 16, 17.
well, first of all, that's not happening. So, but I think if it's not monitored, then you have those issues. But if I'm allowing it, but at the same time keeping a close eye on it, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Would you allow your kid to smoke weed?
No,
Why not?
I don't smoke weed. Like, no.
That's not. Come on now. Why would you not allow your kid to smoke weed?
No. Not in my house, no.
What if it's legal?
Go
My
get
reason,
your own house. Do it. You're not doing.
my reason is the same as Slocks, man. I don't do it. Never even tried it. Do I look at it as bad? No. I don't know. There's no real reason other than I don't do it. That's it.
I mean, shit, there's a lot of niggas that don't pay taxes. Are we gonna fucking tell our kid to not pay taxes because we don't do it? Nah, we gotta have a reason for it. Because it's like we have a reason to tell our kids not to smoke. Like, hey, don't smoke cigarettes because it will give you cancer.
Okay, I think our generation, we do have to have a reason because our parents just told us, don't do this. And they never said why.
And we questioned it.
And that's what made us so curious to try stupid shit because they never gave us a reason why we shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It was, hey, don't do this. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. So to that, their parents have said don't do drugs, but y'all ain't go out and smoke crack, did you?
There's some people that we went to school with.
Yeah, some people that did.
No, I'm talking about us.
I didn't because they showed me relevant examples of why I shouldn't do it.
Okay.
It wasn't just don't do it, just not to do it. It's like, hey, here's why you shouldn't do it because you don't want to be like him.
Yeah, because we could walk within 5 minutes and see a bunch of just addicts all over the place. That scared the shit out of me to try anything.
Yeah. And so that's my question, right? It's like we can talk to our kids about dating and it's like, hey, here's why you don't want to really get involved in dating or why you don't want to do this because we can just walk down to Planned Parenthood and show them the line of people going inside. You know what I'm saying? You can show them the line waiting to go inside.
One thing they wasn't going to deter us from is sexual activity, though. That wasn't going to happen.
But yeah, because that's my thing. Is like you take your son down to Planned Parenthood, show him everybody down there burning, or everybody down there paying for an abortion, or you can take him to the unemployment office and show him everybody that is struggling to find work now because they had a kid at a young age and had to drop out of school and do X, Y, Z, ABC. Or you can simply just tell them the stats. You can show them the stats of how it affects you. And I'm saying like we could tell your daughter the same thing. Like, listen, this is what will happen. You can be like, okay, bam, 60% of, and I'm just throwing this number out here. This is not fact check verified. I'm just saying, for example, right? Let's say if the number was 51% of women, under the ages of 21 are getting pregnant, you can simply show your daughter like, yo, if you are going to date and do adult shit, you're going to get pregnant. And here's the stats that say this is going to happen. And I'm not going to help your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get pregnant and you get to move into Section 8 housing. Give me 1 second.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't think if you have to talk about it and, as I said, monitor it, you have a better chance of controlling the situation than if you just let them out there just do this shit all willy nilly without just not giving a fuck. That's just my opinion.
Okay. So what if your son was gay? You'd let him date at 15, 16?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No. Why am I lying?
You're lying because you're lying to me.
How am I lying?
Because you would tell him to turn 18 and tell him to make sure, tell him to wait. Because you're not going to sit there and chaperone your son on a gay date. That's why. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't like it.
You gonna take your son and his boyfriend to Sephora? I'm just asking, bro. Like, I'm just asking.
Hey, listen,
they sitting there holding hands. You gonna walk behind them while they doing that?
If not me, my wife.
You think she gonna want to do that?
Probably. More than likely, she wouldn't mind.
She watch Brokeback Mountain?
Nah, but she watched Pete Valley.
Oh my God, fucking Penis Valley. That's what it's gonna be now, dog. But that's the question. Would you allow your son? Would you allow you? Because you said it's 15, 16 for your son. Would you allow your 15, 16-year-old homosexual son to date?
Yeah,
at
but there
that
ain't gonna be
age.
no intimacy going on because
He go-
it's nothing serious. They this that teenage love affair. It ain't nothing serious. It's just whatever. So
Correct.
okay,
You,
cool.
you letting your son date at 18? I mean, not 18, 15, 16. Your gay son date at 15, 16?
Yeah, asking you, Corinne.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
That's why I said 18. 18, man.
Yeah.
18.
You got me
You're
on
an
that one.
adult. Like, you're an adult. You can do what you want. I'm going to teach you and tell you everything and give you the game. Male, female, heterosexual, homosexual, I don't care. I need you to know what the hell's going on out here and why I want you to wait until your future already has like a good start. Like, I know I'm going to college. I know I'm going to the military. I know I'm going to go straight to work, you know?
Okay. Now, since you said that, sorry, would you set a time thing, like a grade level, or just strictly keep it at year? Or would you wait till like their senior year?
Senior year.
You know, because that's
Senior
when
year.
you kind of got that stuff figured out. So about
Yeah.
17.
Because I'd want them to go to prom. You know, I want them to better experience all this shit. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, listen, this is your primary uh, job. This is your primary duty right here is to get the fuck out of my house. Right? Is to go to school, learn some shit, graduate, and start your life. Because this 18 years, you think it sucked living with me? Try 18 more being fucking poor. You know what I'm saying? Being crushed by massive debt. Are you? Hold on, real quick. Are
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You think these 18 with me is bad? Get your ass out there on your own and
yeah,
try this shit.
18
Oh,
in the real world, and you
we
fucking
wanted to
eating
be
ramen
adult
noodles and
so
peanut butter and
bad.
jelly sandwiches. Yeah, that's the thing. So here's a question, man: should parents have to respect children's boundaries? Like, let's because I'm asking this because uh I'm always keeping up with the Kardashians. And Kourtney Kardashian's son, Mason, said, "Hey, mom, I don't want to be in any of your photos that you are posting on the internet anymore." And she said, "Cool." And so when she posts photos of the family, she doesn't post them at all. And he's happy. She's happy. But other folks are like, you're neglecting your kid because you're not posting him, even though it's what he asked. And so my thing is like, let's say if your kids say, "I don't want to take a picture," or um, you know what, I don't want to do this sport, or whatever it is, man. Do we need to like? Are there boundaries that children have that we should respect, or some that we can just cross because we're the fucking parent?
Nope, respect the boundaries. We got to change the shit that the generations before us did. I always say that. It's and I tell parents that all the time. Because what I do, and that takes kids out of their comfort zone, man. They're in the comfort zone for a reason, and that they'll lose that sense of security like that, man. You're making them do shit they don't want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't give them a
I,
choice.
I
Give them a choice. Give them a voice, man.
and I agree with that. I understand if like it might be certain boundaries that you don't want to respect. Like if my son has a girl over, now your door not staying closed. No.
Mm-mm.
So, but as far as okay, if you don't want to play this sport, okay, cool. If you don't want to be in the picture, okay, cool. I'm a respect. I'm gonna give you an option and respect your option. But when it comes to certain things, you might not have an option until you get your own shit.
Yeah, because what if the kid says, "Hey, Dad, I don't want to mow the lawn."
I gotta respect that boundary.
Oh, then you must be moving out then.
Your kid is like, "Yo, you know what? I don't think I'm built for manual labor, Dad. So I'm just not gonna do. I'm not taking the trash out. I'm not mowing the lawn. I'm not about to rake the leaves." Do you
Yeah,
respect
there
that
you go.
boundary?
If you're not doing this, what else are you bringing to the table then? Because as of right now, these are your jobs, so you have to replace this with something else. What else are you bringing? So unless you got some funds coming in, then yeah,
Uh, they,
your opinion
they
don't
ain't
matter.
they ain't
Get
breaking no bread, bro.
Yeah, get your ass out there and cut that grass. Like my son is lucky he got allergies, so he can't do it. But to take
Man,
the trash out,
you
no,
get him
that,
an N95. You get him a gas mask, an N95. You get him, something. He
nah,
can cut
I'm
that
cool.
grass.
I actually like cutting grass, so I'm cool with it. But as far as you take the trash out, keep your room clean, all that bull. No, that's all you.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to play football or something, okay, I ain't gonna argue with Chad because I don't give a fuck. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. I'm not gonna sit there and force you to do something you don't want to do because, as Karim said, that's gonna take you out your comfort zone, and now you're gonna have a mental issue with me because I'm forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. So now our relationship is gonna have turmoil.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna respect your decision, but when it comes to certain shit, you don't get that.
Okay, so if your daughter comes, matter of fact, let's not make it easy. Your son comes to you, 16 years old, and he's like, "Daddy, I want to wear makeup." Are you letting him wear makeup to school?
Nope, because I'm not letting my daughter wear it either at that age.
That's my answer.
So, what age is appropriate for your son to wear makeup to school?
Out of my house.
Listen,
Same
I
as if I had a daughter. When you out of my house.
Okay, so if it's the same for both, then it's fair. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't be mad at that. I'm the same way because like
So your
even my
daughter
daughter
can't wear
now,
makeup. So your daughter can wear makeup, Jamal, until she
no,
moves out.
no, because my wife wears when she gets ready to go out, she wears makeup. And my daughter be sitting, oh no, no, you ain't putting that on. No, I don't care
Okay,
that you with me.
so
I don't
your
care that you going
daughter
out with
is not
no.
going to wear makeup until she moves out of the house.
But yes, but she can date when she's 15. Yes, I know you were going with it. Yes.
So you think your wife is gonna be okay with that?
No, she's not. No, she's gonna find a little loophole to where she's like, oh, well, she can wear this, but can't wear this, or she can wear, something to go over her eyes instead of not wear the shit that going. I don't know whatever that shit is called, but me, no, you don't need the shit. That's gonna that's gonna fuck your shit up. Nah, don't put that shit on. If you want to wear that like your mother do, then you must be living in your own place,
Yeah.
or
Fuck
you
that.
contributing to the bills. When you contribute, you get a little bit more voice when you contribute.
Okay, so hey man, that's a little more strict than me, man. Cause I'm like, yo, listen, my daughter can wear makeup at 16. My son can wear makeup at 16. That's it. You know,
Nah,
you're not about to
I don't
date.
even like.
You're not
I
about to
don't like
date until you're
uh,
18 or till you're a senior.
some of the clothes my wife be buying my daughter because the daughter she's getting. My wife is curvy, so I could tell my daughter's going to be curvy when she gets older. So you know,
So what age can she wear a
it's
two-piece bathing suit?
when she out my house. If it's up to me, nigga, it's sweatpants and turtlenecks all day.
All day.
Yeah.
Next at the beach.
Yeah, and she's gonna be dating at 15, 16 though.
Yeah, she gonna have a goddamn what's them shits the Muslims be wearing that cover their whole fucking
A
face.
burqa,
Goddamn
a, a
it.
hijab, like
she, she gonna be on she gonna be on the date with a poncho on. Goddamn it.
yeah. So here's the question, man. I recently had like a little mini family reunion. My mom came down, brother came up, went to see some aunts and cousins, and everybody was there. Kids running around. It's a great time. Had by all. When's the last time you had a family reunion? When's the next time you have one? And why haven't you had one?
Actually, my family's actually doing one now.
Right now?
Well, it's they're setting it up. I don't know when the exact date is, but I know it's coming up. Like, I'm gonna say sometime either this month or next month, where they sent out. Uh, I guess it's somebody in my family that they reached out to, and she's relaying the messages to everybody else in the group chat. But I ain't going to it, um, just because I don't want to go. Um,
So you're not going to the family reunion simply because you don't want to go?
What's
yeah.
the reason? That's not because I don't want to. Come on, man.
No, I don't want to go.
Why?
So why
I
don't
just
so you don't think it's beneficial for the kids to go?
the people that's going to be there, I don't even know these motherfuckers. And I
That's
Because you They're
I couldn't
family.
tell you
You
the
get to
last
know
time.
them.
I couldn't tell you the last time I seen them.
Listen, Jamal.
It was to the point where my aunt put it in the group chat that I forgot the lady's name. She's like, this person is giving, doing a family reunion, and then she needs I know who's coming. I don't even know who that person is.
I mean, they're family, man. You get to know them.
Yeah, because you never know. You never know what they're doing, what's going on, how your kids and
Then
your
you
wife
got-
could benefit from those relationships.
Yeah, I get all that, but I don't like the awkwardness of it.
It's because you don't know them. All you got to do is say, "Hey, I'm Jamal. I'm such and such's niece or nephew or son or daughter or whatever," and they'll say, "Oh, I remember I used to play in the creek with them. I used to go swimming in the creek with them."
Yeah, but
and
then I gotta hear all these stories that I talk about, and I don't want to. Nah, I ain't going.
Yeah,
I might go one year.
So you're just lazy. That's why you don't want to go, because you're too lazy to put the effort in to get to know the family that you don't know.
If that's how you want to look at it, then yeah.
That's how you're presenting it to me.
I just don't. Like I said, I might go to one of them, but I ain't going to do this year.
So which one are you going to go to?
I think they do it every year.
So like, which one are you going to help plan?
This is what that's the thing. It's never like a help plan. It's they, I guess whoever's throwing it, they all get together and they set it and they just pick a date.
So which one are you going to help plan?
I don't know these people. I don't even know who to reach out to.
Okay, but you know members of your family, right?
Yeah.
So which family reunion are you going to plan for the people that you know?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Why not? So now
not.
the people that you do know in your family that you could do this with, you still don't want to.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't know. I'm not saying this is just my family, but I know a lot of people that deal with this. When you plan something, everybody's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Then when it's time to get money up, big motherfuckers back out. I'm not dealing with that. No.
You don't need a bunch of money for a family.
No. I'm not saying you do, but at the same token, if I was to have one, if I was to throw one, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to get a venue to hold everybody.
Your house, your backyard.
No, they're not coming. First of all, you're not coming to my house. That's off rip. That's not going to happen. I don't care. You're not coming to my house. I don't care. You're not coming to my house. I'm not having 30 motherfuckers at my house.
I got to talk to Gordon about this, man.
I'm not having 30 motherfuckers in my house. Simple as that. That's not going to happen.
More than 30, bro.
Okay, so you get a public park.
So I have to get a venue. I have to get food. All this stuff costs money. So
everyone brings a dish. It's a potluck.
Listen, all that shit sound well and good. You see, let's be real about it. When money start coming in, and people, okay, you bring this, you bring that. That's when motherfuckers like, oh, at the last minute, oh, I ain't gonna be able to make it. I'm not dealing with that. So I'm not going to do it. Simple.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
So who's going to do it?
Don't know.
So then who's going to ensure that the family stays together and that the family knows each other and that the cousins know each other and they get to see each other on a regular basis and there's no awkwardness? So when you have the family reunions that you don't want to go to because you don't know anybody, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to do something with the family that I do know so we can still have that fellowship, still pass that tradition on.
We used to have that every Sunday at my grandma's house till she passed away, and then my other
and nobody picked up the responsibility to do it.
Yeah,
they tried, but then family started getting distant. It went from the core family in Jersey to now you got some in New York, some in Philly, and my brother in Georgia. So it's just when I guess life happened, people started doing other shit.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing, man. Grandma always made time for the family.
Always.
Right? When did we get so lazy that we can't make time for family? And this is not a question directed specifically towards you. It is a question directed towards our generation. Our generation.
I would say when you start seeing how shifty some family members are.
When did we get so lazy that we can't make time for family?
When you start seeing how shifty some family members are.
Some, not most.
but you know when you have those family events, it's some bullshit that's gonna happen.
Karim, do you think it's too easy for us to cut family off?
Yeah, because that's one of the first things we want to do when something goes wrong.
Like I said, that's family and friends in general.
Yeah,
We quick to be like, oh, you out.
our generation, we kind of pride ourselves on, our cutoff game being strong.
Yeah.
Whether friends, family, or somebody you're dating. And the first opportunity we get to do that to somebody, we're gonna
So
do
we
it.
can't wait.
It's a
Yeah.
flex. We brag about it. It's like you said, like we brag
like
about.
you're not a burden on me no more.
Yeah.
But family
Yep.
should never be a burden.
It shouldn't be, yeah.
Yeah.
You are right. It shouldn't be, but sometimes it is.
So when's your next family reunion, Karim?
And Slock's defense, sometimes family can be full of shit. You just don't.
I agree.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like let's keep it real. Like everybody in your family, you're not cool with.
Because I'm asking you this question, Jamal, specifically, because you're overthinking it. Because what'd you just do this past weekend?
What do you mean?
What'd you just do this past weekend?
Went to home, like bought some shit for my house.
Oh my god!
I went to my brother's
Jamal,
house for the game night. You talking about that?
Yes. Okay. So you went to your brother's house for game night, and I'm seeing your family, his family, other extended family, all doing something together, right? Is that not a family reunion?
Nah.
Why not?
Because the only family was there was just me and him.
Immediate family reunion.
That's immediate family.
My mom wasn't there. She's immediate family.
Well, she's not living in Georgia right now yet. So, but that's the thing. So I'm asking you the question because we have this idea that we have to have these big, huge gatherings like that grandma and grandpa and great grandpa Paul used to organize at the park, and you'd have matching T-shirts, and that was a family reunion where you before inflation.
Yeah, that's a family reunion.
When chicken wings were $5 for 30, right? Now there's $5. You get one wing.
For two.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's like, all right, well, if we know that it's kind of hard logistically to make these big events, why not just do these little micro reunions where I go to this person's house, I go to this person, I'll take the kids to this state to see such and such, just the people that you know, and you may not have seen in a while, but you just like, you know what, my kids have to meet this person, because you already do that with your brother and the family that you have in that area. Like, you guys spend a lot of time together. So to me, why wouldn't you count that as a family reunion? Or if you guys already know you do a game night, just simply letting some of the other family that's in the area that you do fuck with, be like, yo, we do a game night, come through. Either way, it's still good for you guys, the kids, things like that, because it's still going to solidify those ties. It's still going to create that family aspect. And so then it's like, you don't have to feel bad or feel guilty about not wanting to see the family that you don't know, because it's like, yo, it's the reason you don't know them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're full of shit, or whatever the issue is, or they live in freaking, or they live in China, or whatever the case may be, right? But it's like, hey, you're still doing something to keep the family unit together and pass on those traditions, that culture, just that family knowledge. And you do. That's why I'm sitting there asking these questions, like, well, you guys spend a lot of time with each other, your family and Gordon's family and your extended families. And it's like, well, why not just count those? Take credit for what you're already doing. That's one thing you learn in the military, is to take credit for what you're already doing, right? So if you guys are already doing these activities together as a family, that's why you don't have to do those big-ass family reunions every year, because the family that matters to you, you're making sure that shit happens. That's the only thing I'm asking, because I'm like, you're overthinking it. I'm like, you're overthinking it. Like, why do you need a bunch of money? Like, just do like a group game night, because even if you don't want to travel to them, we've done everything on Zoom. We're doing this podcast on Zoom. Like,
yeah,
super easy to just fucking, jump on Zoom with the family. Everybody talk shit, have a drink for 30 minutes, and then bam, that's it. But everybody, reconnects for that, time. Because that's something that my family does. We jump on the group chat, we call each other, and it's maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then it's like, but that's much more convenient and much more efficient and much more of a bonding experience than anything else we've done prior to the pandemic, really. You know what I'm saying? Well, for me, because I wasn't here. You know what I mean? But that's for me. That's how I keep in touch with people. Is I'm the one that calls. Because it's like, yo, I ain't doing shit. My daughter's here. I'm about to reach out and touch somebody with their consent. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So here's a question, man. Since we're talking about the summer, right? Is this summer going to be trash? Karim, we'll start with you. Is summer 2022 going to be trash?
Not if you're in the profession of blazing, because this is going to be the first. It's going to be the first official one where people can be outside.
Blaze got summer.
God, they blazing for grades.
Definitely,
Fucking
man.
summer
They're
school
going to be
blazing.
out, yeah. Because this is the one, they kind of officially outside. You're not sneaking out. All of the mandates have been moved, and this is going to be one real big, hard ER-ish reunion.
A hard ER summer.
Yes,
Very
sir.
hard ER.
They gonna be out. Believe me, they want to be seen.
Oh, they want to be seen.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So what's your plans for the summer, gents?
Teaching summer school. I'm trying to get my foot in the door at the university to teach a couple classes there.
That's what's up.
It was supposed to happen 2019, but the COVID shit got in 2020, but COVID got in the way and all that.
Yeah. What you trying to teach?
History.
Okay.
That was for adjunct professor for Georgia history and U.S. history. 349.
You trying to take that and switch over to the college thing, or just
so I don't have to put disclaimers and filters for a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds.
Gotcha.
I would do both though. Still.
Yo, you know what's crazy? It still bugs me out that you a teacher, yo.
A lot of people say.
It's no
Professor
disrespect.
Blaze.
No disrespect like that, but every time I see a picture with him posting, like, oh, congratulations on one of your kids getting all them scholarship offers too.
Yeah, true, man, true.
That's a good move. But every time when I see stuff, I'm like, yo, from knowing how this nigga was in high school, I'm like, I can't believe this nigga's a teacher.
Yeah,
like,
some of my
it still bugs me. Like, I respect it though. I'm like, damn, knowing how this nigga was in high school, I'm like, he's a damn teacher. So I know he be going through with the damn students sometimes.
Yeah, it's just karma, man. It's just they just bring it. They ain't bad as they ain't horrible. They don't do the after shit we did. Because now you're getting a world of shit for doing that. Maybe if they did a fraction of the stuff we did, they'll be in alternative school or probably arrested.
If the teachers did a fraction of the shit that our teachers did back then, they'd be fine.
They called us stupid, all type of shit.
Yeah, I remember a teacher, Ms. Gafar, asked me, was I retarded? You know what I'm saying?
I remember teachers making jokes about people's parents.
If I was retarded, how the fuck would I know?
Exactly. So I'm like, that's a trick question.
I remember. She was the reading teacher, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember because her son went to Neptune.
Yeah. So Slox, what's your plans for this summer, man?
More housework to get the house to where we want it. So hopefully next summer it'll be completely done, and probably take a few vacations.
That's where the family reunion's at, right?
Now when I get when I get my yard fenced in and my patio done, new grills and shit, I'll definitely be more inclined to invite people over, for a nice little get together or whatever. So when that's done, since you
where you trying to take a vacation to, man? You trying to get flew out to Dubai and have some Arab dude take a shit on your chest?
No, that's later on. Nah, because for the last, I want to say maybe 2 years, we've been, with the whole house buying process and all this other shit, we've been putting vacations on hold. So, we're gonna start off slow, probably like a nice little trip to Florida somewhere, or something close, and then branch out, as time go on. But definitely need to start taking some more because you can tell it's something we've been missing.
We need a guys trip, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, been trying to say that.
I
So
put that shit in the group chat like a year and a half ago. Nobody said nothing, man.
was that a year and a half ago? Freaking COVID, bro. I think that kind of took
Well, like,
priority.
man, of course we
Yeah.
wasn't gonna do it. Then we was gonna post some room all
we
day.
sitting there trying to survive COVID, bro. You sitting there trying to plan. Like,
But-
motherfuckers getting sick.
But see, like, okay, so the first guys trip, where we gonna go? Are we staying in the States or?
It could be on a cruise somewhere for like the weekend, anything like that. Bro.
Oh, that's real romantic, man. Going to cruise with you fellas.
Yeah, candlelight dinners with the guys.
Yeah, we gotta share beds.
Yo, if we do that, then definitely, I'm down. If we share beds, I'm down. We share beds, I'm down, man.
You had the foot though, man.
God, we spooning all night.
Spoon style.
What's your plan for the summer, Meech?
Yo, let me tell you, man. First off, hot boy summer in full effect. Let me tell you this summer. I'm supposed to be going to Detroit, maybe still. I don't know. I got my plans this summer is to effectively negotiate the bride price. To lock
that's
down
right.
my chick.
You gotta go buy some goats and shit.
Yeah, I gotta go buy some goats, some antelopes, some what's them shits called? Wildebeests. I gotta go buy some of those, some water buffaloes, present them to the tribal chief. So therefore I can earn a hand in marriage. But
yeah.
Hey, where's she at? Oh, yeah, but yeah, that's the thing, and just do some traveling. Go to work as well. Move. And just spend some time with my daughter, man. She turns 2. I also try to plan a brother's trip and then like a family event, family gathering. Just something, man. It's all about family, man. 2022, it's all about friends and family. So I'll probably be on the road. I'll probably be in an airplane. I'll come down to Atlanta, come down to Georgia, see y'all guys. I'm gonna go see Bone. He's 90 minutes away. I'm gonna go check him out. I'm gonna go see him in June though. I'm going up there in June for the Juneteenth thing that him and Aileen are doing. The Father's Day picnic, whatnot. Go up there, drink all this alcohol, try to steal some of his shoes, and keep it moving. So that's about to happen. But yeah, that's it, man. Just trying to level up, man. Like Sierra said, level up.
Oh, that's
But yo, can y'all dance?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about can you grind on a woman.
What do you mean all of this? Yeah.
No, I'm not saying can you pop lock, man. Can you two-step? Can you do the tango? Can you do some kind of ballroom dancing? Can you dance with your lady at a wedding?
If
know,
you
I
ask
can
me
do that.
If you ask me to do the electric slide, it's over though. It's I can't do it.
You can't do the electric slide?
Oh, I know my black card is probably revoked, man, but I don't know how to do that shit.
It ain't revoked, but it's in question.
I'm on a probationary period until I learn.
Yeah.
You got 90 days, nigga.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. It's like, I'm not,
You don't got twinkle toes?
No, I can dance. But men can't dance, and I'm tired of it.
I can do enough to get by.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of men not being able to dance. You
know
what's
crazy?
No, we thought it was we was too to be dancing and partying.
I was dancing. I was dancing at freaking birthday parties and everything. Because to me, I was a little dude. I was like 5'7" for the longest.
We just let the girls shake their tail feather on us in high school, man. That was it. We ain't really get busy. We'd be on the wall holding the girl on the waist while she danced.
Yeah. And then we become men and we're out here in these adult establishments and we're trying to talk to a young lady and all we do is just like stand there like doing the same thing. Just like at 25 years old, it's like, bro, we got to learn how to dance, man. How we gonna take our lady to someplace nice and dance with her? A nice little banquet, nice little event, and cut up a rug. You gotta be like Richard Gere and
With Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, when he learned to dance with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, it depends though. Like I said, I could do enough to just get by, but all that ballroom dancing and tango and all that, I can't do none of that shit.
Bro, like my man Vern said, you sell Kit Kats to get by.
Kit Kats to get by, man.
So when
That
you
was
gonna take dancing lessons? That's what my daughter's asking. When are you gonna take dancing lessons?
Hey yo.
For those that can't see the video, my daughter is here and she's harassing the podcast audience because she's looking at herself on the Zoom and she's just being I love having a daughter.
She's being a daughter. That's what they do. I don't plan on taking no dancing lessons unless if it's something my wife wants to go do to I guess bond the strong in our relationship. I'm with it. I'm not against it. So, but me just like you know what? Oh, I'm about to go learn how to tango.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm
just
not
plan
out.
it. Just plan it out with your lady, man. Surprise her with that.
Ballroom dancing.
That might be something good to do.
Nice little
I'll
date night. You could do it more than
keep
once. You know what I'm
keep
saying?
that in
Just
the
learn
back of my
different
mind.
styles. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Be like, yo, listen, just put on something nice. Put your heels on, and you can get it in. Yo, I sent my girl a link to the Zoom invite. She was like, I'm not joining. You know what I'm saying? Because she hates it when it's all guys. She's like, it's way too toxic. But,
uh,
unfortunately, that's just what happens when the fucking powers combine. Like goddamn Captain Planet is Captain Toxic.
hey, listen.
It's like
That's
misogyny,
that's what we here
sexism,
for.
homophobia, heart. With your powers combined, I am Captain Toxic. In this future, you're just like, oh, sensational.
Yeah.
Yo. So,
That,
Krim,
that made my
you gonna go take some dancing lessons, bro?
Yeah, I'm down.
I didn't say with me, motherfucker.
Oh damn, you fucked up my man.
Yeah, can we take dance? Yo, I have to lead. If we go take lessons, I have to lead.
That's fine. Just keep your hands to yourself and don't try no funny shit, all
Come
right?
on,
no,
bro.
you got
You know,
to
I'm a
ask a
leg
little
man.
bit.
You know I'm a leg man, bro. I can't
You
do that.
got to cuff one cheek, man.
Uh,
Yo, that's that. Okay, we went too far. But it's just like I see men, whether it's in the club or at weddings or at their own wedding or at events, at like banquets, galas, things like that. In the military, go to a bunch of banquets, things like that. And it's like, yo, men can't dance with their women. They can't dance for shit, or they'll just stand there and just
Rock back and forth.
yeah.
With the dumb look.
Yes, exactly. Rock back and forth with the
Yeah.
dumb look. And
You
it's
you
like,
know
yo,
you
we
know
gotta
what
step it up, man. We gotta step it up.
what changed that for me because my wife like when we used to go to stuff like that she be wanting to dance.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to learn how to do more than just rock back and forth with
You
the dumb
doing the
look
Cupid
because
shuffle?
nah
You're
like I
like
got
down, down
like
to the ground, do your
I
best.
got a nice
And
little,
to
I
the
got a nice
left,
little
to
two
the
step.
left, to the left, to the right, to the
But see,
right,
like,
to the.
but let's be clear. A lot of dudes ain't got rhythm.
No. A lot of dudes
That's what it
have
is.
zero rhythm. You know what I'm
A lot
saying?
of dudes ain't got no
Zero
rhythm.
rhythm. That's
oh,
part
we
of the
know
problem right
we
there.
know a motherfucker personally who ain't got a dropper rhythm, man. If you ever saw him on the dance floor, man.
Yo. But here's a question, man. I want to give some flowers to Serena Williams, man. She's about to become the first female athlete billionaire.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Much deserved. Nike gave her a building on their campus, 2 buildings actually, on their campus. And I'm here for it, man. I'm a little disappointed because I've never seen a Serena Williams sneaker, right? But I've seen like a huge line of clothing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, her clothing, I know her clothing does great. I just never seen a shoe.
Didn't
And I'm
she?
like, when's the last hot tennis shoe that we've had? Since
Didn't she
Andre
come up-
Agassi's.
Didn't she come up
those
with like a
was
tennis
cool.
racket too?
She had everything. She's selling merch. Like I think her tennis earnings are less than 100 million, and the rest of the money is endorsements and investments. So she's doing the right thing. Like she's doing the right thing. Her and her sister are doing the right thing. Shout out to King Richard. But yeah, it's like she's about to become the first female athlete billionaire. Nike gave her own compound, her own campus, her own building on the campus, and I'm just
That's
like,
what's
yo,
up.
like that's
Now
amazing.
I might be wrong about this, but was she ever under the Jordan brand at one point?
I don't know.
I think. Hold on.
Because I think she was at some point. I could have seen her with a Jordan brand like commercial or ad or some shit. Because I know at one point he had like Roy Jones, Derek Jeter, Warren Sapp.
Randy Moss.
So that might be true.
So like, cause I was always wondering, cause like at one point, like she was tennis. Like you couldn't say tennis without saying Serena.
She was.
Okay, I've always wondered why she never had a shoe.
I ain't see her
Or
in no patent leather skirt, bro.
I just never knew about it. If she did come out with a shoe,
Yeah,
I've never
that's
remember
what's up,
seeing
man.
it.
Shout out to Serena, cause
Yeah,
you
hell
know,
yeah.
do your thing, man. Get your money. Get your money. Continue to live on in history and be great. My daughter is super freaking loud,
Get paid, young woman, get paid.
but So, a question, man. History buff. Kareem Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco.
You broke up a little. Well, your audio went
Yeah,
out.
no, because I muted it. I
Okay.
muted it. Hold on, real quick.
My
Hold on. I'm about to pause the podcast. I'm about to pause the
All
podcast.
all
right.
right. Yeah, my dryer just came. It just came in.
The one with no attachments.
Yeah, but I had the attachments already, so I gotta hook that shit up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna keep you long. 'Cause I just want to talk about Cinco de
Oh
Mayo.
nah, I got
Yeah.
time.
So, for me, I've always been one that was pro celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Not because I want to drink tequila and get drunk and eat tacos. No, because as a black man in America, Cinco de Mayo is extremely important to my emancipation, my liberation, because it was a key battle in stopping the French from aligning themselves with the Confederate and supplying them guns uh, during the Civil War. Because it to celebrate the lesser gun, lesser man Mexican army beating the French, who were led by Napoleon. And when they lost the Battle of Puebla, they couldn't establish trading with the Confederacy that armed them with guns and ammunitions, which meant that they ended up losing the Civil War. So I'm like, the Cinco de Mayo, that battle affected my freedom. So I celebrate with my Mexican brothers and sisters, but in a culturally relevant way. So my question to you guys is, do y'all celebrate Cinco de Mayo? How do you celebrate it? And just what are your thoughts on the misappropriation of such a great historical day?
You want to go first, Karim, or
No, I don't really celebrate any holidays, man. No particular reason. And thanks for the history lesson because I did not know that. And that's that that's my field, and I didn't know that. So I might have to get out now and do something, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you get some you know you can get that in your curriculum, man. Teach the kids that, man. Black and brown. Let's all get
Ah,
down.
you know what? I'm gonna do that. Probably this one is Thursday. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna throw this in there. Gotcha. Victory over the French Battle of Puebla, 1862. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I'm gonna slide that right on in there Thursday.
That's what she said.
me myself, I don't celebrate it, but after working with a few Mexican people and actually learning about it, I have a better respect for it because you just know Cinco de Mayo is just
It's basically the
oh
Mexican version of 300.
yeah, it's usually just oh we go and drink, eat tacos and all that, but like when you actually know what the history behind it, the actual meaning and all that, it's a
So
little bit
so
different.
what's your favorite non American holiday or non black holiday to celebrate?
Shit, I honestly I don't know that many. Um, keep it a buck. I really don't celebrate the holidays like that. Like to me, just another
You're
day.
not celebrating Chinese New Year or Yom Kippur? Oh
No,
my God, you're lame, bro. You're missing out on all these great holidays.
yeah, I'm missing out on a lot. But like I said, I don't even celebrate. Like I'm not gonna go like Thursday. Go to the Mexican spot and get a taco and a beer and a Corona and toast it up. Nah,
Do you
just
celebrate Juneteenth?
not the way I'm supposed to.
So how do you celebrate it?
I really don't. Shit. I try to buy something black on that day, but I guess I'm not really. My main holidays I would say for me is Christmas because of the kids and Thanksgiving because that's one of the times I spend time with family like that.
What about you,
Trying to
BG
find
Blaze
a
God?
trying to find a Juneteenth festival this year. There may, of course, this is Georgia, so there may be something like in the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nah, Karim, I don't know if you know, but they got a Black Wall Street by Stonecrest.
By the mall over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I had went by there with because my new job had to deliver something over there a couple of weeks ago. The guy was telling me about it. But it's definitely something I guess if you out here, to look into. I need to go and check it out because the guy was saying this is a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out there.
Yeah, I would say my favorite non-American, non-black holiday might be Cinco de Mayo or Diwali. You know what I'm saying? Celebrated Diwali before, and that's pretty fun. Shout out to Michael Scott.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Yeah, because I like any reason for a celebration, any reason for a party, And if you got something historical in it as well, like Cinco de Mayo, that affects me in a positive way, or I'm down for it. I'm not about to go celebrate St. Patrick's Day or anything like that, but Dia de los Muertos, Cinco de Mayo, Chinese New Year. Lot of good holidays, a lot of good time, a lot of good partying, a lot of good revelry, merrymaking. So for those of you watching the video, you're watching me put my daughter to sleep on my arm right now as I do the pod because I am the dad of the year, the man of the millennium,
I just killed the spider.
Father Meacham. That's how you address me, like I'm a Catholic, Father Meacham. But when you see my daughter asleep right here on my shoulder, because that's what daddies do. That's what daddies do. Besides, eat the fucking fruit snacks as well. So
that 10% dad tax, man.
10%
that
dad
exist.
tax, man. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That is what it is. But yeah, bro, because I gotta actually end this podcast early, and you got a washing machine at the crib, because I gotta go to brunch in a little bit. So we gotta get ready, man. But I definitely didn't want to skip this week. And I think this might be like the first PG-13 episode because my mom is sitting in the same room as I'm recording this, and she has not thrown
no disrespect, but she was a cock
candle
blocker
at me. I'll let her know. I'll let her know that you're disappointed in my performance today, Jamal, because I couldn't be.
Yeah, I need a toxic niche.
Yeah, I couldn't be the toxic crusader, And then my brother is listening to the pod because he's in the room as well, but he couldn't get his phone to get
but he ain't chiming in. Yeah, I see you fucking it up too, Calvin. I'm holding y'all niggas accountable.
And shout out to Julio. Julio came in for a hot second. Microphone was garbage, but we appreciate the effort. Still love you, bro. Y'all need to respond to Pusha T. That wasn't a joke.
Bring the chicken selects back.
Bring the chicken selects back.
Yeah.
And the McLean. That's all I'm gonna say. Bring the McLean back. But and the chicken wraps.
People front on McDonald's, bro.
Yeah. But
they do.
Hey,
niggas get Chick-fil-A when they switch up and shit.
Dog, I had Chick-fil-A yesterday, man. This Chick-fil-A out in like country ass Maryland. It was so good. Like I ate it and just started smiling. I was like, yo, this is what Jesus intended for chicken to taste like. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I see why they hate gay people, yo. With chicken like this, I'd hate them too.
God damn.
Chick-fil-A never gets your shit wrong either.
Hell no. And they be like, God bless you.
And they
be like,
nice
yeah, he
shit.
did with this awesome chicken sandwich. So
they hooking it up.
Okay. Washing machine, boy, that's what's up, man. Get that dry cycle started. But before we get out of here, man, y'all got anything for the people?
Block.
you see, Drip God, they got my pretty Tony shit on.
Mm-hmm.
We throw
With
the
the red
hood
and
up for
black
y'all.
lumberjack
What
with
I'm
the
saying?
hat to match.
This shit feel good on my skin,
That's what she said.
Other than that, love everybody, man. The world too small for hate, man.
Family reunion.
Blaze
Hashtag
God, you got
fuck family
anything?
sometimes.
Hashtag fuck family sometimes. FF FFS. Kareem, you got anything for the people, bro?
Nah, man. It's enjoy the time we got with one another, man. We'll be dead longer than we'll be living.
Blaze or be blazed.
For sure.
Yeah. All I got to say is you see this, you see it, you see it. She's
Out
right
cold.
now. Out
Mr.
Yeah, she
cold.
gone.
Listen, fam, don't ever test my gangster when it comes to this daddy shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do this for real. I do this for a living. This is what
She's
I
doing
do.
it right now.
I'm the dad of the year. Other than that, man, I'm gonna echo your sentiments, man. Enjoy the time you have with people, because it's precious, man. It's the most important thing we got, most important resource. We can't make it. We can only harvest it. So hey, enjoy it, man. Nothing lasts forever, but sometimes you forget. And with that being said, do not drink this Ciroc vodka spritz. It tastes like, yo.
Garbito.
It tastes like shout out to Bone. It tastes like Bone at the basketball practice. Somebody just wring his drawers out and put it in the can. That's what it tastes like.
Whoa.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Drone, my boy Bone. Ciroc vodka spritz tastes like your nut sweat. All right, that's what I want the world to know. So,
Jesus Christ.
and I would know. I'm talking from personal experience. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't hear that.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
other than that, man, fuck being woke. Should never been sleep. Peace.